A pleasant afternoon to all of us. So by the way, my name is Marvelous Sinjerinas, and for today's topic, we're gonna talk about portfolio and what are its advantages and disadvantages and if it is useful in teaching. But before, let's know first the meaning of portfolio. So portfolio are prominently used in arts, architecture, modeling, photography, and journalism. It is used to document proficiency, skill, style, and talent with example of actual work. In education, a portfolio is a purposeful, systematic process of collecting and evaluating student formative and summative assessment to document progress towards the attainment of the learning targets. A portfolio is also the limited one, but it is a meaningful collection of the student's artwork or the student's work. And for the effective portfolio, it is purposeful, it has systematic and well-organized content, contains meaningful work, has pre-established guidelines, engages students in selection, evaluation, and reflection. It is also it also motivates students, documents students' progress based on clear, well, and specified scoring criteria. So there are two major types of portfolio, no? So those are the documentation portfolio, which is defined as shows students' work that illustrates achievements, and the next is the growth portfolio, which defines as reveals change in student proficiency over time. So as to summarize the things that has been mentioned, portfolio is not just about the collection of students' work, but it is also about the students' creativity or on how creative the students are in terms of designing, in terms of writing, and in terms of thinking creatively. So now let's proceed to the portfolio's advantages and disadvantages. So there are lots of disadvantages and advantages of portfolio, no? So for the advantages, portfolio combines the strength of performance assessment with a continuous record of achievements. It also engages students in self-evaluation and reflection that would lead them to their goal setting and encourage, support their critical thinking. And it also involves students in collaborative assessment, integrate assessment with learning, focus on self-improvement, and enhance student motivation. So as what is stated, one of the advantage of this portfolio is that it would really help students in improving their performance in school, since one of the focus of this portfolio is self-improvement and motivation. So let's proceed now to the portfolio's disadvantages. So the disadvantages of portfolio are, in terms of scoring, it is time-consuming and not consistent. Not consistent because for the criteria are too general and raters are untrained. It is also need time and resources, no? Like to design, to review, to score, and of course to get training. So in the portion of disadvantages is that portfolio needs a lot of time and resources, and of course it is a really time consuming, like you need to be prepared in that, no, in making a portfolio, since the process is really, as what I stated, the process is really time consuming and it really needs a lot of resources for you to be able to finish or continue. So now let's proceed to the portion of knowing if it is useful in teaching. So if I were to be asked, then I will say yes, it is really helpful in teaching. So let's cite two examples, no, or let's discuss two examples, no, for further information and understanding. So portfolio is really helpful in teaching, no, for it provide documented evidence of teaching from a variety of sources, not just students' ratings, but provide context for that evidence. And also it is really helpful in teaching for the process of selecting and organizing material for a portfolio can help one reflect and improve one's teaching. So since it improves one's teaching, in that we could really say that it is really helpful in teaching. And aside from that, it is also helpful for teachers in his or her accomplishments with in their portfolio in order to gain a higher level of position in the workforce. So that's all for my topic. I hope you understand and get something. Thank you and God bless.